Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ohio State at the Voice of College Football. I'm your host, Garrison Gaddy, with my guy, Mike, from the world famous Buckeye Show that you can catch on Wednesdays at 7:30 every week. Well, everyone, for our members, we have a great treat for you guys here. You know, this guy that we're interviewing today is one of my favorite Buckeyes. Mike, we both been very big on him since he came out of Findlay, Ohio.
Mhm.
Was one of the top 100 recruit, likes to celebrate in the end zone. Actually, there was a few times. Mike, I was wondering, like when Judkins was scoring his touchdowns, I was like, man, like for some odd reason, man, Luke keeps getting the screen for some odd reason. But I was like, oh, never mind. He's sitting there doing the Brutus touchdown head toss. It was hilarious. But let's bring our guy up right here, everyone. Let's welcome Ohio State's left guard, national championship winning left guard, Luke Montgomery. Luke, how you doing, brother?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Glad to have you, man.
Yeah, heck yeah.
So let's get started real quick because you said something before. You said there's been a lot of crash outs. So you want to tell us about a couple of them real quick? I think we really want to hear about this.
Just good crash outs, man. Just the blood, sweat, and tears you put in every day. A lot of competition. You know, we don't take losing lightly here, obviously. So whenever you lose, even in that one-on-one in the weight room or out on the field, like we're gonna crash out about it. We're gonna get mad, get pissed off. It's the beauty about being in Ohio State is you're gonna win some and you're gonna lose some against competition every day out in summer workouts. Because the best of the best come here, and some days you're gonna have, some days you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we talked to you before we went live. You were talking about them summer workouts. Comparing the summer workouts this year to last year, which one would you say is probably the toughest? I mean, because now you're kind of seasoned now. You're a vet.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great question. Honestly, I don't think we've gotten into it yet too much. You know, we just did our draft of squads. So we're all we all got our squad team, our leaders. There's a couple leaders in each squad, and we're just starting to get into the competition-based stuff. Last week was just introduction. This week we're starting to dip our toes in the water a little bit with competition stuff. I'm assuming next week's going to be pretty amped up, or maybe even tomorrow. I'm not even sure. You never know what Coach Mick's cooking up. That's the best part. That's the best part.
So for you, and it's just talking about the competition and working hard. You know, you've been doing this for some time now. You know, and last year, you know, you weren't a starter. Your second string throughout the season. You did play in games from your freshman year, and throughout your sophomore year. But in the playoffs, your number got called.
Right.
And it was the Tennessee game. You were rotating, correct? And then after that, you started the rest of the way. What did that do for your confidence, and what was your mindset going into the playoffs?
Obviously boosted it a lot, but at the end of the day, I always tell people, you see that all the D linemen got drafted this year, or even our linebacker, like Cody, and we had the best defense in the country. I would even put ourselves up there for the last at least decade, if not a couple decades, that we were probably the best defense ever to come out of college football. Just looking at our lineups and just the different packages and the schemes and stuff that they ran with the players they had was tremendous, obviously. And going up against that and every day, especially those Tuesday and Wednesday practices where we were going against them, like I said, every day through spring and through fall camp. And then obviously through the season, why would you not have confidence? That's what I tell people. The guys we're going against, in my opinion, are 20 times the people that no matter who the school is that we went against all year, in my opinion. So that obviously helped me out a lot going into that game because I was like, why would I blink if I've already played competition that's better than this?
Right.
You know, so but it was a lot of fun. I knew when my name was called, I was gonna go out there and play. Man, that's I'm out there having fun, like you said. You guys see all those videos of me in the camera, and all my teammates give me bull crap about it. You're clip farming and stuff. I'm like, shit, man. Yeah, I'm clip farming, but it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. It's fun. We're playing a kid's game, and we're supposed to have fun with it. It's not all serious stuff, you know.
Facts. And so I'll ask you, man, because not only that, but another clip that went viral was you walking around after a game and you had a bloody nose, man.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the play that happened on and just your resilience and continue to fight through that?
That's funny you say that. I had a lot of problems with my helmets. I wore a couple of helmets this past year, and one of them that I was wearing, I had a problem with a chin strap, and this is actually a funny story. Josh Fryer and Donovan, especially Donovan, would always be like, dude, what the heck are you doing? Like, you have the biggest gap between your nose and like the top of your face mask. I'm like, nothing's ever going to happen, bro. Like, I'm not like, nothing, I'll be fine. Like, I've played with this my whole life. Like, it's not going to happen. So, of course, like in the Oregon game, I think it's the fourth quarter. I know we were on an inside zone away from me, and I had a shade to my side. So I like tried to go double under technique with him, and he like jumped right at me. Like his helmet went right through my two face mask and my face mask, and my lip went through my tooth. I'm sorry, my tooth went through my lip. That didn't make any sense. Tooth went through my lip. And I just remember like it was busting, it was bleeding. I was like, I'm done with this freaking helmet, dude. I've had some problems with this like every game now, like with this past year with some of my nose bruising up or something because it would like slam down on my nose, and then my chin strap would get all messed up, and that was kind of the final doing is that right there because it got me pretty good. Like it was completely through. I didn't get stitches or anything, but yeah, I don't know. It just happened, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, Luke, we know you to be a really good athlete. Basketball was a sport that you like to play, love to play. So I went digging, and so I have questions, and I want to know who wins.
Not me. Tell you that right now. Shoot, I
don't know, man. Like you're his size.
Listen, man, that day we were playing pickup basketball. Or actually, we had a practice, and RJ Barrett, Zion, Cam Reddish, forget who the last one was. It was like the Fab Four, basically, of not the Duke, like not the Fab Five, obviously, but like Duke had their own Fab Four.
Stop cussing on the show, Luke. Come on.
No, I didn't say their names. But great players, but they ended up playing with us, and I did not get a bucket the whole time. Let's just say that.
Did you get a rebound?
I don't even remember. I don't even think I got a rebound.
So them boys was different, huh?
Boys are different,
man.
Do you have a funny Zion Williams like moment at all?
Nah, man. I was like, the first time I saw him in real life, I was like, dude, you're playing the wrong sport. Then obviously he got out there and started playing basketball. I said, no, you're not playing the wrong sport, but you could play another sport.
Mm-hmm.
No, dude's a beast for sure.
Yeah.
What were your stats in high school for basketball?
You know what? That's crazy. It's crazy you say that. I never really played high school. I only played my freshman year of high school, and I had some injuries with basketball the rest of the career.
Mm.
It sucked, but freshman year was fun. We had a pretty good team freshman year. I played a good amount on varsity, and then rolled a couple ankles, tore some part of my meniscus, and then got busted up in the head. I got an elbow to the head, so that was it. That was wraps.
So, Luke, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I was born and raised. You, an Ohio guy, born and raised. We understand this rivalry. But before we get to the rivalry, I want to just talk about playing football in the great state of Ohio because, we hear from people from Texas, California, Florida, and they feel like, they do have good football. But I feel like Ohio and Ohio's talent, even when you're looking at the rankings, I feel sometimes the guys are just ranked too low. Can you talk about playing in Ohio, some of the guys you went up against, and just Ohio talent?
Yeah, I think Ohio's I think it's top 3. There's no doubt in my mind. I think it's a lot of blue collared, like it's a mixture of inner city blue collared kids, and both sides like tough as nails. And that's what you get when you play Ohio football. Like we're not going to back down on anybody. Like I didn't have many big guys on my team besides me, but at the end of the day, like we were handing people, we were belt to ass. Like,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Especially my junior year, I wouldn't say we weren't very good like the rest of my years, but like we never had kids that back down. That's the best part. Like, and then obviously you got to when you started getting to the state finals, like you're playing St. Ed's, you're playing St. X, like true contending teams nationally that could probably play against anybody. And then if you make a super team, that's the part when I say that's why I think we're top 3 at least. I think we could win it all if we like had like a 50 state bracket or something like that, and we took all the high school kids from 2000, 2020, 25.
You ain't got to worry about my state. So
what you got? Who are you from?
Duh.
I'm from up north. I'm from Michigan.
Up north, yeah. No, we belt ass.
But but thankfully my dad knew where to get a degree. You know where to go to school.
No, but Ohio, like I said, Ohio football, like year in year out, like they're producing guys no matter the ranking. Like rankings do not matter when you get to college. It's the same things you see on a draft board. Like prior to the year out of last year, you saw a draft board of the top 32 guys, and I don't know how many guys are on that got drafted this year. So it's like it's all just a prediction of where you're going to be at in a couple of years, and a lot of guys change, especially when you come to a big school like Ohio State with the best strength coach in the world. Like you see guys that skyrocket up the ranks and probably people didn't really talk about as much. And especially the Ohio kids, like you said, like a lot of kids. I remember like the Pat F line, for instance, or like Billy Price, guys like that, like just tough blue collar dudes, you know. So
the original Slavs.
Slavs.
Yes.
No doubt.
So you brought up a great point, and it's the point that I've always tried to bring up to people is when you're looking at the active or all the people who have been in the NFL, Ohio is like in the top 3. And you're talking about like all of the people on the population that Ohio has lost and still being up there, whereas all these other states like Florida is killing us in population, Texas killing us in population. But just because all these guys didn't go to Ohio State, doesn't mean that they're not going to pan out. And I do wish, and I know that they're working on it slowly but surely, but that spring ball, getting that development, I'm hoping that would just help put Ohio more on a national level.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. You bring up a good point. Like spring ball is so crucial. Like just having that, I know that 7-on-7 got passed. Like I'm not a big believer in that. My brother knows that. Like I care less about that. I tell him that all the time. Like I don't think you really missed out on much. Yeah, it helps you, but there's a lot of like hoorah with it, and it's not real football at all.
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely need to get that spring football. Like we need to get that rolling pretty soon, because it's all about repetition if you want to get better, in my opinion. Like, yeah, you can get better mentally, physically in the weight room, mentally, obviously, with tape and stuff like that. But until you, like, really put it on the field and really put your technique into an hostile environment where you're actually going up against people in an 11-on-11, like, environment like that, that's when you're really going to start becoming better and start becoming more physical and just more comfortable in the spotlight like that.
To piggyback off what Mike said about just the talent in Ohio, like again, like for me, for being in Michigan, like I remember growing up and I heard about St. X. That's the one school everyone around in Michigan knows about. And then and by the way, I'm from West Michigan. Like I'm about 10 minutes away from where Gabe and Sickles lives.
Oh, Gabriel.
Yeah, that's the area I'm from.
Mr. Wreck-It Ralph. I call him Wreck-It Ralph. He's huge.
He's. I got to see him play live twice in high school. That he's something else.
No doubt. He's going to be a great player. He's going to be a really good player.
But I just think about just like the Ohio and the talent that comes out of there, because in the Midwest, you got Michigan, you got Indiana, you got Illinois, and of course there's some talent that comes out of Chicago area. Mm-hmm. But like Ohio itself is just so rich with talent. Like I tell people all the time, like, because Ohio State goes into other states and gets other players. I'm like, guys, it happens to us too. I mean, like Kentucky over the last few years, we've seen it. So yeah, what do you think attributes to that? I know you said like at least mentally.
What do you mean? Can you
like what do you? Because you talked about it's tough, guys, blue collar and all that.
Yeah.
But growing up there in Ohio, actually is a better way to say it. From your family, what have you taken from them that's built you up to who you are now as a young man, as a football player?
Yeah. Like my family, I come from a really faith-based family. Obviously we're huge here at Ohio State with just spreading the gospel and biblically just getting our Bible studies and stuff like that. It's been amazing, but just trusting in him and trusting his timing, at the end of the day. Like obviously the portal's there. Like I'm not going to lie. I obviously looked at it at the time being this past year, prayed about it a lot, but like I'm always someone who's going to stick it out to the very end. And I was getting to the point where I had about 2 years left here, coming up now. And like, obviously I had to play. Like, I was in a position where I was like, I don't want to leave at all circumstances. Like, I do not want to leave. I'm going to continue to wait on my time. Like this is the place I love. This is where I chose for a reason. Like, I'm not going to just abort the mission. Like, I'm here for a reason, whether it's for football or not. Like, but obviously the Lord gave me an amazing opportunity, and like I learned a lot during that. Just in a lot of adversity and a lot of stuff like that throughout the season. Obviously, was down on myself for not being able to play, but when I got my moment, like I didn't blink, and there was no reason to, because like the Lord gave me the opportunity. So like, why would I let that go to waste if He was right there for me? And that's my parents have always spoken huge on Him and highly on the Lord, and that's obviously helped me with my walk as well. And then obviously when you get here to Ohio State, like I said, you got G. Scott, Trey, Sameka, guys that have always been around. Like even X my freshman year, like I was worried about that. Like my freshman year, like am I gonna find guys that are really like huge in their faith like I am? And I prayed about it, and I got here, and obviously the rest is history. It's been amazing. Like, and the guys behind closed doors, Jim, Smicky, and Tom, are just guys that have been here for about 50 to 60 years. And I bet if you talk to any guy, like past guy that was great in the NFL, like they started their faith like here at Ohio State with those two guys. It's been awesome. So, but that's helped me out a lot. If that answers your question.
No, you answered perfectly.
Sweet.
Blessing.
You go ahead, Mike.
Well, I was just going to ask you, now you are a veteran. You were talking about having to wait your turn, and now you guys have some young guys that have come in to the program who are going to have to wait their turn. Coming from high school, you have always been the guy. Now you got to throw all those 5 stars, 4s. You got to throw all those stars out the window, and you're starting fresh. And now you're seeing that guys, are just as equal, if not more talented than you, and you have to build yourself up. What are some young guys that have impressed you that came in early this year?
Yeah, I think first off, starting out with the O-line, like Jake Cook's been amazing so far. He's really impressed me a lot. Very mature. Carter Lowe's from practice 1 to 15, absolute difference maker, man. He's grinding. And then Doe as well, man. Freakish athletic, great dude, a little bit of an edge to him. Like they're all going to fit in. Like give him a couple years and they're going to be right where talking to you guys here soon. So it's been a lot of fun just watching them grow. Obviously when you get to that like 3rd or 4th year, like spring ball slows down for you and you have a lot more fun. Not everything's like bullets flying left and right. So just being able to like just sit back a little bit and then be able to watch those guys and coach them and see how much progress they've gotten towards like in the last 15 practices at spring ball. Like it's been pretty freaking cool, like how good they've gotten. And it's only like sky's the limit for them, man. So, and obviously like they're all, East Coast, I'm going to count them as Midwest. So like all of them are Midwest dudes. So like they know that blue collar football, so it's pretty cool. And obviously Carter's from my area too. So I promised Miss Latanya's mom I'd take care of him. So
one thing that we have learned is not just y'all brotherhood is strong. Obviously you're a player, you're not a parent, but we've learned that the parents bond is strong. Can you just give us a little insight on that? Like how the parents are all just together. They're like one happy family. I love seeing it.
The only thing I can speak upon that like I haven't witnessed obviously, but I've heard a lot are the tailgates. Like I heard a lot about the tailgates that like they meet up at one spot and I guess they're mad right now because they don't know where they're going to be at this year, like where the family tailgate spot is. So everyone's antsy about that, but there's no doubt. I think like it's pretty cool. Like from a player standpoint, obviously, like I'm friends with like DBs. Like you wouldn't think no lineman's friends with DBs. Like that probably doesn't happen most places, but it's also the family members. Like my parents are really close with Malik Hartford's parents and like all the guys that I came into my class and their parents and stuff. And then obviously when you get in, obviously once you graduate high school and go into college, like not only my 2023 class, but all the classes, the 2022 class, and just obviously this past year, like 21 class, like all the parents are just having fun and tailgating and stuff like that and praying over us for our games. And it's cool to see them all in their fan section, especially when we're at away games. It's pretty cool. Like you always look around, find the scarlet area, and you like wave up to them, make sure they know you're there, and they're always waving back, drunk or not. Who knows? Like I know some of them are. I don't know who, but I know they're having a good time, and I don't blame them. I'd have a lot of fun too going to all those college football games, especially Ohio State. That'd be pretty cool.
I don't know. I enjoy every time I go down there for the tailgates.
Yeah, I bet. I bet.
I've always had it's the same thing I do every year. I wake up, I go to Buckeye Donuts.
Oh yeah.
Then for lunch I go to Raising Cane's.
Okay.
And then after the night, go over to the burger joint.
There's a lot of them.
This is so bad.
It's the burger joint that Donovan Jackson talked about.
It's the really big, those really huge burgers they have.
Yeah, I think Donovan Jackson talked about it a couple years ago.
I'll remember sometime next week.
Let me know.
I gotta remember that place. It's so good. Well, so my question for you here is two questions. The first one is, what have you added to your game?
Mm-hmm.
And what does the offensive line, what's different under Coach Bowen coming out of last year?
Yeah, so first with my game, just obviously the confidence, like you said, like just having games behind me in the biggest stage and stuff like that, but also going against the best defense day in and day out. And like I felt like this spring it really, really just slowed down for me from a standpoint from like play to play and just understanding the defense and stuff like that and the scheme that we're running, why we're running it, and how we're running it. But also just watching the draft and watching the guys that I played against and, like played pretty good. So I'm like, maybe we got something here. Like if the Lord really lets me do this, if he wants me this to be my journey, and if that's the case, then so be it. Like I'm all in, so, and I enjoyed it a lot. Like I said, it was fun to watch, obviously our guys get drafted and stuff like that, but then obviously the guys that going against you're happy for as well. Cause like they're living out their dreams, but it's cool to like, I played them and played pretty well against them. So it's like, why can't I do that? And I think that's where you really take the next step of your game is like, you're seeing guys that you go against every day, but then on the weekends too, like other teams, like go to the draft, like, hey, I can do this too. So that answers your first question. Second question, Coach Bowen, great dude, smart young guy. Obviously, the cool thing about this year, what's different is we don't even have not just him coaching us. We have Coach Johnson and Coach Dickey, and then Coach Fields, who's our GA, all great dudes. So like the difference, which I was at first, I was like, I don't know, like 4 guys coaching, that could be an issue, but it's been great so far, guys. Like the best part about it is like when you're in real team-oriented stuff, when you're playing 11-11 in scrimmages on spring ball, you got 4 guys critiquing one guy at each time. Like it's impossible as an offensive line coach, one guy to watch all 5 during a play. Like you have to go back and watch. But when you're running off the field after your 4th play and you're like, hey, what did you see on that second play? Someone's always going to have an answer for you right there because they're watching one guy. So it's pretty cool, and I like that a lot.
That's awesome.
I like that.
Yeah,
it's
great. It's great.
Oh, and it's good because what they always say, 2 pairs of eyes are better than one, and clearly you guys have 4. So no, it's good, man. And honestly, I'm really excited to see what you guys look like this season.
I'm really am too. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
No, Mike and I, we've been the way we talk, like and I've adopted this term from Mike in talking about you guys. Mike says he thinks you guys are gonna be really athletic this season. What do you say?
Athletic, you said?
Yeah, that's what Mike said.
Yeah, no doubt. There's no doubt. Yeah, we like to get out and run and stuff like that. It's been a lot of fun. Like you see what we did last year and stuff like that. It's just add to it because Coach Hart's been tremendous calling plays, and we're excited, man. Like it's like I think we're kind of the veteran group right now as an offensive line, which is a lot of fun. Like we've been together for the last three years, all of us together, and so the good times and the bad times. So it's a lot of fun to be able to be the veteran group and just know that like I know what I'm getting from the guy next to me every time because I've done it with them for 3 years. So we're really excited and we're super close as a unit. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
So you were speaking of watching the draft, right? And one thing that I said, some people were still wondering, Donovan Jackson might go 2nd, 3rd round. And I said, not after what he did And in the NFL, right, that they travel,
6.
8, yeah.
Right?
It's like about 8 total, right? O linemen. So, Ryan Day has now implemented where I want all guys learning 2 positions, right?
Yeah.
And now you guys have seen the benefit of that, how it worked for the team in college, but then also how it went ahead, that unselfishness by Donovan Jackson in doing that, and how it elevated him. So can you speak on that? Just you don't have to tell us, because I know Ryan Day likes to keep stuff,
No,
but
that's all right. Yeah,
if just how is it, working on the 2 positions, and does it also help you understand, what other guys are having to do in their job?
No, there's no doubt in my mind. Like, at the end of the day, guys, like, obviously this new rule might be implemented that it's 105, so there's obviously roster cuts and stuff like that. I'm not sure if it will or not, but like, it's a good thing that we're doing it. Especially, like, the cool part is, like, like I said, we're going back to the veteran group. Like, we played for 3 to 4 years now. Like, I've played every single position. And I'm going into year 3. I'm not exaggerating. Like, since I've been on Ohio State, I played every position. I have to do that in the NFL. Like, what I mean? Like, you point out, like, I think 7 guys dressed and 1 goat travels. It's like there's only 8 guys on offensive line, and you're gonna have to play multiple positions. So, for a couple guys like the veteran guys, for us to cross train like that, we're gonna need it during the season. Obviously, football's a violent sport, and God forbid if someone goes down, someone's got to step up, and someone's got to move into a different position or stuff like that. So, it's been great, and obviously it works out, and it goes to show that, like, Donovan had to do it, and look at his success. Like what he got to do with that. So, for us to be able to move around and cross train like that, and obviously understand different positions, but also understand different defenses from different positions, like, it's great, especially in the spring ball when you get there's no pressure of winning games or anything yet. Like, you just go out there and build on your technique and build on your toolbox, and it's going to help you a lot throughout the season.
Well, Mike, do you have any more questions? I have three quick hitters for him. Do you have anything?
I got one more
question. Go ahead.
Okay, so right now I'm living in Texas, and I went to go see one of your teammates in person a couple times, and Riley Pettijohn. And I've heard about some of the rumblings that him and I believe Daniels have. They've been going at it, and then we saw what happened. We saw and we also saw the clip. And I was explaining to people, like, Riley is not your typical freshman, man.
No, he's been great so far, guys. Obviously, like, in practice, it gets amped up and it's competition based. Like, stuff happens, but it's been a lot of fun. The spring was a lot of fun to see the young guys. Like I said, Riley, he's a slippery dude in pass protection. I'll tell you that. Like, he's got a great future. I'm really excited. Quiet dude, goes about his work, and he's great. Like, we're gonna need him obviously this year. It's been tremendous so far. Like, the whole freshman class has been great. Like, a lot of dudes in that class for sure. So it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be pretty fun to watch them through fall camp and stuff, and then through the season and later on in their careers.
Yep. Appreciate that.
I like that.
Of course.
I like that. I should have known you were going to bring up a Pettijohn question.
Hey, his bro, just going to the games, and his family is amazing as well. And I'm telling you, you're going to be able to hear them at the games, especially
we need it.
Especially his dad, bro.
Perfect.
He was the loudest one in the stadium in high school. So, and they accepted my, we went and sat next to them. They accepted my family and my kids.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love them. I got a lot of love for them.
That's awesome.
I don't know much about their family yet, but I know he's a great dude. So I'm assuming he's been raised tremendously. Like you speak highly of his parents and stuff like that. He's been great so far, and he's only going to get better. He's going to be a dude. So I'm excited to see how his career plans out.
Well, before we get you out of here, man, I have these 3. You can answer them how you want to. How about that? First question. What was it like to hold up that trophy?
It's surreal, man. I mean, just being an Ohio kid, obviously, like, it's just, I don't know if there's much more special than that. Like, it's not about now, but it's about 20 years down the road when all those guys, my dad tells me all the time, like, when he goes back for his alum, he played in Miami, Ohio, and You'll never skip a beat with that team. Like you probably won't see some of these guys for another, like, when you're done playing some of them for like 10, 15 years. But when you see them, like, you're not going to skip a beat with them. Like, you're going to be it's going to be just like you were back in your college days. But it was really cool. I didn't even touch the trophy till the next day. Actually, I was too enamored with just like taking it all in, looking at the stadium and stuff like that. But it was really special. Obviously, like, it's, just being an Ohio kid. Like, obviously, my parents did so much for me growing up and sacrificed a lot for me to play basketball all over the place and football and baseball. And obviously, I got 3 younger siblings too, and one's at Georgia now playing quarterback. And it's like, it was just special for them to be there. Like, it's kind of like a thank you to them, like, for all that they've done. And this is only the beginning of my career. Like, I'm going to make you guys obviously proud and just do this for a living. So, like, it's up from here, and I'm excited, no matter what. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, then. My next one is, what makes a Buckeye?
The way you go about life. We talk about fight to be the best version of yourself every day, and you got to bring it every day. Like, that's the thing. Like, you got to be wired different to be a Buckeye. Lincoln and I had this conversation a couple of days ago. Like, not everyone, like, comes here, like, for a reason. Like, it's different. The workouts are different. Just the way you go about practices are different. Like, you can't have a bad day here. Coach Day always emphasizes that with us. And, like, it's true, man. You can't, like, no matter what. Like, that's just the way of life that we chose. And that's only going to help us down the road, whether it's in football or in life. And, like, I'm forever in debt to Coach Mick, especially him. Like, he's been tremendous to me. And obviously, I got a couple more years left with him. And he's pushing me so, like past my limit that I thought I had. And, it's just been a lot of fun and stuff like that. But like I said, like, you got to be completely wired different to be here. Like, it's not for everybody.
No, man.
Being, like, super honest with you on that. Like, I wouldn't say that if it wasn't, but it's not for everyone.
Oh, man, I believe that. I know Mike does too, and also, I mean, just you talk about Coach Mick there.
Yeah.
I heard this quote, guys, maybe a month ago. It was from Sage, Ohio, Mike, in the chat, and one of our loyal viewers, and he said, "You sweat in peacetime so that you don't bleed in war."
Yeah.
And I love that. And I'm a Navy guy, so I love it. But and my last question, man, is give me your best Tyler Bowen expression or your best Ryan Day expression.
Oh, boy. Tyler, dude, there's some stuff I can't, dude. We have so much fun in the meeting rooms, dude. I can think of one right now, but, like, I'm not gonna say it because it's so funny. But just like, especially the young guys, like, obviously, like, being young, like, you kind of don't know what's going on, guns and blazing and stuff. And he's always making some funny comments about, like, a play if you mess up or something like that. And we enjoy it a lot. But, he's got this little Southern accent going on, like he's from Georgia, stuff like that. Like, he's always got his zins in, stuff like that. Like,
he's a Zim bro.
He's a Zimbabwe bro. Yeah, he's got some pouches in every once in a while, and he's a great dude, man. I'm telling you what, we have so much fun so far. Like, it's been a lot of fun. An impression. I'm trying to think of one. Coach Day. Oh, Coach Day's got so many, but he's kind of like he's chill about everything. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to give the media too much and stuff like that. So he's kind of, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if I give an impression honestly right now. You guys got impressions of him?
Oh.
No, I think Brandon Ennis did a good job in that one. Was it Brandon Ennis? Was that who it was?
It was
I think it was Brandon. I'm sure
it was Brandon. Yeah, it was. Oh man, let me see. Can I do a Ryan?
I don't even think he said anything. It was just his, like, the mannerisms of Coach Day, like how it be on the sidelines, man. That's my thing, bro.
I think I got one. What the hell are you doing out there? Get rid of the ball! His arms, man. His arms.
Oh, his arms are always flailing and doing something. Like, they're always moving. They're always moving.
That Ryan Day, man. That's Mike knows how I feel about Ryan Day, man. That's my dog.
I've been defending Ryan Day, and like I told people, he was a young coach,
great dude.
Who had to learn on the biggest stage, man. And it was only a matter of time. So
no doubt. Like he's tremendous, like just day in and day out, like what he does and how much he does. Like I can only imagine, like not only just football, but from a business perspective. Like he's a businessman. Like at the end of the day, like all this new NIL stuff and all that. Like he's not just a football coach. Like he does so much for us, and obviously we can't thank him enough. Like he's done like I'm just super happy for him for winning this year. Like it's only up from here, guys. Like we're going to build a dynasty. I'm super excited for this year, obviously, and like he's going to be here for a while, and it's going to be a lot of fun. He's going to have a lot of great moments for sure.
Oh, we believe in you. We believe in this team, man.
No doubt.
We believe in this program.
Quick question: do you have your ring close to you?
I don't actually. I don't have it.
Okay,
I don't have it.
That's all right.
Yeah, I would have. Shoot, yeah, I don't have it, and I don't have my apartment anymore. It's gone.
No, I was when I was looking at the background.
The apartment, I was like, dude, there's no way I'm keeping it in my apartment. Like, I just don't like.
Oh no,
I feel you.
Yeah. When I was looking at your background, Luke, I was like, oh man, that reminds me of college, man. Just put the banner up on the wall.
Banner on the wall.
Put a 12-inch TV maybe 10 feet away, the console, and that's all I need.
100%, man. 100%. Yeah, Lincoln. I live with Lincoln, so like we got a little good thing going here. Good vibes for sure.
Oh, we call him West Dakota Heisman.
Yeah, baby. That's our
doubt.
No, we love Lincoln. We love.
Yeah, he's great, man. He's awesome. Great athlete, just great dude as well. Like we just golfed this past week. He's kind of like that dude that's good at everything. So it's like kind of pisses you off a little bit. Like
true, man. You
like
tell
not be
Lincoln,
good at
man.
something. Can you not be good at something like?
You tell Lincoln, man. If he wants to come on here, we would love to talk to him. Like I saw both. And I'm mad that I forget the podcast, but you guys went on that faith-based podcast. A lot of the guys, what's it called?
Walk.
Yeah.
Walk Faith Foundation. The Walk Foundation. Sorry.
Okay. They have a great channel there. Everyone should check that out.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Man. Well, Luke, we appreciate you. Again, thank you for coming up here.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Oh, for sure, man. We're glad you came in. Thank you for winning us a championship. We just like you guys, we needed it. I live in the state of Michigan, man. So you did me a huge favor.
Love it.
Man, do you have like any charities, any camps coming up you want to let everybody know about?
I'm in the works of something. Probably I don't know about this summer, but maybe next summer. Charity wise, no. Camp wise, possibly with my brother. That might be in the works.
That's awesome.
Here in the next year or so. But it's really stuff on the fly. Like I like going out to like Bible studies or stuff like that, or like other faith-based organizations, and like talking to a bunch of people, stuff like that about my faith and my testimony, and it's kind of stuff like that on the fly for this summer. But nothing else really. Just kind of laying low. I need to do a better job of it though.
Well, if there's anything that you are doing, and when you and your brother do start doing the camps and stuff, let us know, because we're part of a big Buckeye community on Twitter. I think it's like 8,000, 10,000 some people in there.
So 11.
Oh, my bad. I'm underselling. And we can go ahead, post it, pin it in there, so that way everybody gets the notification. So just let us know. We don't mind helping out, Luke.
Oh, appreciate it, Mike. Appreciate you. Thanks, guys, so much.
Thank you,
man.
Thanks for having me on. Yeah.
OH.
Oh
man, that was an awesome interview, man. Luke is a great guy. Can't say enough, man. That was an amazing interview. And I loved how he talked about his faith in there.
Yeah, man.
And Luke, you teased us because I heard you say that word dynasty. I hope the Buckeye fans pick that up, but that's something that we are looking forward to.
I'm clipping that. What are you talking about? No, I really enjoyed that. Again, like you said, because we both believe in the same faith, and so hearing that and the emphasis on that, glad we ended it actually with that too. But it is a big part of us, and it drives us to what we do in our lives, on and off the field. I want to give a big shout out because this all happened, man. Because I'm not cool enough to just DM Luke, but I was cool enough to DM his dad, Mike. And Mike, we really appreciate you, man, for hooking this up. He didn't think twice about it. I DM'd him on X. He went let AT know about it, and I heard from him within 2 days, and He'll let you know about we finished it quickly, man. So again, thank you to you guys. We really appreciate you. Again, for all of the members, this will be up for you guys until Mike. What did we agree on?
Sunday. Be looking for this is for the members only until Sunday. So Sunday, that's when we will end up releasing this out for the whole college football world.
Yes, we will. Again, everyone, every Wednesday, be sure to check out the world famous Buckeye Show with this guy next to me and Terry. Don't want to miss it. 7:30 every Wednesday. Thursdays, the call-in show at 8 o'clock with myself and Ryan Stanos. This week we still have a lot to talk about. Ryan wasn't there because he just moved. I think I went on like a 10-minute rant talking about Washington fans.
The guys you letting them get to you too much, man.
No,
just go buy a little puppy.
No, they got to. Washington has to hear about themselves. I've never seen my program lose to them.
Luke and the Buckeyes gonna take care of that.
Yeah, we know they will. Take a puppy home with you. And then also, if you haven't already, you want to be a member, press that join button. It's right there. And of course, shout out to all of our members: Asian Posh Queen Doreen, AZ Bug Guy, Philly Fan, Ake Rock, Where One Goes, Matthew Miller, James Williams, Kinetic, CW2, and our newest member, Open Mike. We really appreciate you guys for being part of the community. Mike. Oh, yeah. And then next week, Mike and I will be on the 27th. Mike and I will be same time. We'll be interviewing Coach Dirt from SFE, talking about his journey and how he's gotten to where he is now. Talk about what they're cooking up over at SFE, also known as Ohio State South. And then talk about of course, all three wide receivers, Mike. All SFE guys this season with Brady Ennis. I mean, also we got the younger guys too. So yeah, look out for that, guys. But if you have anything else, Mike?
Nah, man. I just hope everybody have a blessed day. Y'all enjoy yourselves.
All right, man. OH.
Ayo.